Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. It's going to be a hot one, so, go swimming. Today we look at the next couple of verses from Matthew 7, where Jesus says, "Enter by the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the way is easy that leads to destruction, and those who enter by it are many. For the gate is narrow and the way is hard that leads to life, and those who find it are few." This starts a section where Jesus gets a little demanding. The narrow gate, it's hard to get through there. You want the wide gate that's easy, just like the superhighway. I was in Knoxville one summer for a mission trip, and we'd get on the interstate and go to a certain exit and get off, and it was slow, early morning, crowded with commuters. And I looked down at the surface streets, and there's a nice looking wide road, highway kind of a thing, with no traffic on it. And I said to the guy driving, I said, "We should be down there." So the next day we tried that, zipped along and got to our destination with no problem. But up on the interstate that's supposed to be fast, we were sitting in a traffic jam. So the wide way and the narrow way, it kind of it depends on the context a little bit. In traffic anyway, it does. But Jesus, the picture of you have is, the narrow way is hard because it's narrow and tiny. And, we've all seen those videos of those incredibly narrow little mountain trails that people in Ecuador or somewhere have to use. And we marvel at how they managed to do that without falling off to their death. The wide way, is super highway and smooth and easy to travel. And the picture you get is that somebody who's on this highway sailing along and not realizing that it's going down, and they're going to end up in hell or something. So the narrow gate is the way that we want to pursue. Jesus says, the way is narrow and hard. Following his way goes against the culture. So we're going to be countercultural if we follow Jesus. The trouble is that our culture, American culture, started out as kind of Christian. The assumption was that everybody was, Protestant Christian. And so there's still that veneer on it, even though incredible selfishness and greed seem to have taken it over. People still think that's Christian. And so if you want to follow Jesus, it's hard because you got to go against this culture that's thinks of itself as Christian culture. So we're going to go against the culture. What does that mean? We're going to love people instead of being angry at them and hating them. We're not going to care who they voted for or where they live or what color they are. We're going to love them. And those things are difficult. And Jesus says, love your neighbor as yourself and love the Lord your God. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Do those simple sounding things, and you'll find yourself going against the culture, but you'll find yourself on the narrow way. And that is our goal and our hope for you for today.